Yeah, Violent Salt has come about from a research trip that Yhonnie and I made 2 years ago to Mackay. And when we came here, we were really affected by the story of blackbirding and just the story of how South Sea Islanders were brought here and either coerced or kidnapped and used as either indentured labourers or slaves. And we just thought it was a story that hadn't been told, and visiting the Mackay Cemetery and seeing the unmarked graves of these people that worked on the land, it just felt really quite harrowing. And I guess we wanted to bring from that extrapolate from that a wider story of Australians and their experience of discrimination and marginalisation. We were interested in how, national identity has been sort of founded on the idea of Australia having a significant agricultural basis to land management and so forth, and our exporting of our products, and yet it was all based in its early stages in history on the work of people that are forgotten.
It comes from Tony Birch, who's an Aboriginal writer, but Claire found the title.
It says, any dictator worth his violent salt executes the poets first. And it kind of hit me as a really strong metaphor in a way of how salt can mean a whole range of things, but it evoked for me a sense of how people and culture can be wounded, and throwing salt into the wound, it really has a sting. And I guess that was where I came to it. And I guess all the works in this exhibition speak to that sense of a wound, in a sense, and a needing to heal, and it just evoked that thought for me. And yeah, Yhonnie was excited to hear it, and it just stuck once.
Yeah.
And luckily Tony was agreeable, so.
Initially she asked me to be an artist, and then we spoke on the phone, hadn't really met yet. And I was teasing her about the ghosts in the building and stuff, so it was sort of funny that, that rapport had already started, I think, so.
Violent Salt features Abdullah, Vernon Arkey, Richard Bell, Daniel Boyd, Megan Cope, Carla Dickens, S.J. Norman, Yhonnie Scarce, and Jemima Wyman.
There's a work that was commissioned by Vernon Arkey called Kick the Dust, and there's a 3-channel video that is depicting, not even depicting, it's telling a story of a young man that's been dragged behind a ute or a car as such. So the work by Daniel Boyd, it directly refers to his ancestry of blackbirding, and there's 3 men in a canoe that is representing first contact, or that first initial contact with the boat called Southern Cross, which I say went shopping for slaves. So I think the artists that we've included in this exhibition have really strong voices in terms of their ancestry and their relationship to Australia. To tour for 2 years is a great time frame for that, and so a lot of people will get to see this work.
The idea that we invite the entire community that's exploring the exhibition and its themes to share their own voice and perspective on what they're viewing and how that might be affecting them. It gives them a chance to reflect. And the idea is that they pin their thoughts into the one space, and over time it will grow and develop, and we imagine that the wall will become full of different perspectives and ideas. I hope that people will come away wanting just to learn more and kind of be on a new path.
People like myself to express our hurt and our reason for creating an exhibition like this, or works that we do, and how we feel about the treatment of Aboriginal people, not just Aboriginal people, but people of colour, really.
I hope that people will come out from the exhibition and share their experience with their families and friends, and hopefully it's a story about learning, and it's a story of realising perhaps that they have not been open to First Nations perspectives, and people who have been discriminated against and what that feels like. And I hope it creates empathy in the community.